I could start a documentary I wanted to film, or maybe that photo shoot I had. I mean, now it's sunny, but I don't know.
The problem, it's not the idea, it's me. Because maybe you know that feeling. There are millions of ideas in your head and they can't wait to start and to getting into reality. But they just stay there. Maybe even forever, because you never start them. And I'm definitely guilty of that. But let's change that. They can't stay there forever. So here are some tips and tricks how you getting your ideas into reality. Little remark. I guess it's totally normal. Oh, there's a small little bird. Oh, a quick reminder. I guess it's totally normal that you get stuck into your process, especially if you have like creative projects with different stages. Like if you're filming a video, then you have the script, then you have the filming, then you have the editing, and there are some steps that you like more or less. For me, it's a step that I'm procrastinating really often, editing, so that's always like that, but we want to do it and we just want to stop at certain steps. Get in the state of action. That's easier said than done, but what I mean by that is when you start doing and things and being productive, it's much easier to do the task. When you start a day doom scrolling and then you doom scroll on, it's super hard to get into the state of finally doing something. And when you already have done some maybe nasty task, it's much easier to do something because you're feeling like super great and then you have the motivation to do more stuff. And sometimes it's just like this, hey, it's now time to start, and things keep on rolling. And if this isn't working, find a why. Find a reason why you want to turn your ideas into life. Maybe it's just for you, and that's totally fine because you need to do it for anyone else. But maybe you want to get better at your craft. Maybe you want to show others what you can do. Maybe you want to create a portfolio. Maybe you want to do different things they haven't done before. Maybe you want just experiment and explore, and that leads you to other things. And it's just really important to find a why, because then you can think about your future self and remind yourself, hey, I want to do this because I want to be proud of me, or I don't know what's the reason for you, but find your why and find your motivation. Go with the creative flow. At some days you have a lot of energy, and this should be the days that you start doing stuff. Because when you have like a really bad day, or maybe in the winter time you don't have a lot of energy, there's a lot of other things you have to do, it's so hard to start. So maybe take this first days of spring and start it, or do it at days when you're super high, because remember, you don't have to do it at the days that you have the least energy, but if you can start doing it on days that you have a lot of energy, maybe you remind yourself on other days, and then can start and keep going. Make it easy for your future self. We all know that. We're sitting there and we're like, oh no, I don't want to do that now, because then I have to set up all my gear, or you realize that your camera has no energy, or you have to pack your bag, or I don't know. just make it super easy for your future selves to start. Like, I don't know, make a little space in your apartment or in your room where you can set up and you can start anytime, or just find a way where it's, or when it's much simpler for you to start. Like, I don't know, maybe when you're doing music, you just don't need a whole studio setup. Maybe you need your computer and you can start and find the easiest setup for you and make it super easy for you. I mean, pack your bag in advance and just make it so that your future self can't find any excuses and they have to start doing it because you have already done the work before. Don't fall into the trap of doing it later. I know that so well, because sometimes I'm like really motivated and I want to start, and then I'm like, no, I have so much time left, or like maybe you have planned to release it then, or it doesn't matter. Sometimes you're just like, I have time on Sunday, why should I start on Monday evening? But just when you have like the thought of this project and you have time, just start doing it. Or there are also other excuses that you can have. Just write your excuses down in the comments below, because I guess we have all different excuses and we can find a healing for that in the comments down below. And yeah, there are different excuses, but I'm pretty guilty of the excuse, I'll do it later because I have so much time left to do it. And that's wrong. The time is to start now. And then you can release the idea into the free world. Make it a habit. And that's really, really strange for me, because creativity is something for me that comes and goes. But I realize it makes it really easy when you have like times in your calendar and you just start doing it every day or once a week, and then you really have a habit and you have to create because you're like so used to it. But I know that's really hard, because for me creativity is something really fluid, but I realized it makes it super easy. You just like force yourself to do it at some times, and a few weeks later you won't even question it, because it's already normal that you have certain times that you do your creative things. Find other people to create with. I'm honest, for me it doesn't work, but maybe it works for you, because I know there are like some open spaces where you can work together at projects, and I mean you don't have to work together like make a project, but maybe everyone works at this project on their own, and then you like forced to do something, and that helps a lot of people. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for me, but yes, that I've heard that will work for a lot of people. So if you want to see more things about my creative universe, you just should follow me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.